What's going on, you guys? If you're just tuning in, we're about to have a fucking fire live today. Going to be recording for the podcast, for YouTube. We're stretching these fucking videos out, baby. We're out here on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm just pinning the comments now. Let's see here. What's going on, No Mercy Mike? Drop some wins in the comments. I'm just posting or pinning the name of this live here real quick. Embracing an alpha mindset. If you guys are just tuning in, post your wins for today in the comments below. I would love to hear them. So we're going to pin this here on Instagram Live. Just give me a second, guys. I'm setting up Facebook. We're setting up Instagram here. We're going to be talking. We're going to be talking about some good fucking stuff today. We're going to be talking about an alpha mentality. Let me pin this, pin comment. And I want to do the same thing here on Facebook. I'm going to do the same thing here on Facebook if it would let me. Can't post comments. Whatever. All right, so we're on Instagram. We got Facebook rocking and rolling. So I'm super fucking stoked, guys, for this live today. I'm feeling really fired up. Like the energy right now in my body is like next fucking level. So I really hope that you guys are freaking ready for this shit, because I'm ready to fucking deliver right now. Whether you guys are listening live on Instagram and Facebook, or you're listening to the replay either on Facebook, on Instagram, on my YouTube, or possibly the podcast as well. So we're streaming this, guys, on multiple different platforms. And like I said, I am fucking stoked to get into today's discussion. We're going to talk for about 20 to 25 minutes about embracing an alpha fucking mindset. And, you know, our society, guys, today, and this is a fucking huge problem that, you know, I've been passionate about for a while, but it really didn't smack me in the face up until like a month ago. I realized like this is my calling and this is what I have to do. You know, this whole time with the Relentless Life, it was a motivational, a brand, a lifestyle, you know, something that I would preach, but I didn't realize that it was really to educate and to teach men all across the board how to embrace their inner alpha. Like we all have that alpha mentality and that alpha mindset, right? We have it. It's ingrained in us. Our ancestors are living proof of that. But modern day society, and I hate to say this, guys, like I'm 25. It's more my generation that is now accustomed to living as a beta male. I would consider people, you know, men that are being beta, that are not being alpha, that are not holding the door for women, that are not, you know, seeking just being a good person, just being a good guy, right? This world, in my opinion, does not have nearly the amount of good guys that we need to thrive and to eliminate school and mass shootings, and to eliminate an absence of a father in a family, right? To eliminate domestic violence, to eliminate domestic disturbances and abuses and just fucking assholes, man. We got too many assholes. And I apologize, guys. I'm definitely, with my language in this one, I'm definitely going to make the podcast, you know, not for kids. Same with YouTube. So don't think that I'm being an asshole in this, but I just feel as though sometimes in order for me to express my energy and my message when going live, I have to encompass a certain level of vocabulary. And for me personally, when I curse and when I use words like fuck and, you know, really like that's, you know, extreme word choices are what allows me to get my message across to you guys. And I'm, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to give you guys as much value as I possibly can. Now, kind of breaking things down and getting into, you know, into today's live and podcast. Before we start, I'm going to give a quick countdown. This is going to how I'm kind of run things now from now on my lives. I'm going to give a quick countdown and get right into the podcast. So we're going live in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the Relentless Life. What's going on, my alpha seekers? We are here live on Facebook, live on Instagram, and today we're going to be discussing how to embrace our inner alpha. We've all got an inner alpha, but so many of us in today's society have forgotten how to embrace that inner alpha. And now as men, especially younger men, are having to seek validation from not only their coworkers or their friends or their colleagues, but other women. Other women these men are having to get validation from women through things like dating apps, right? Like Tinder and Bumble. And these things are so detrimental to our mental health. Having to succumb to, get that validation, and we're doing things like partaking in watching, pornography and these films that are so toxic on our minds. That's not an alpha male. Men 1,000 years ago, for one, they didn't have access to that, right? And two, their main concern and priority was the health and well-being of their tribe, right? Of their family, their women, their children, right? Having a successful hunt, making sure that their families had food on the table, making sure their families had a roof over their head, right? And then when we got into modern day, even 50 years ago, men were holding doors for women. What happened to that? What happened to the principles that we once adopted, that we once lived by religiously? They're gone. They're gone. They vanished. Now, I'm not saying that every man is like that, so don't get your panties in a bunch if that's what you're thinking, because I'm not out here targeting every man. But who I am targeting and who I am questioning are the men that are not embracing their inner alpha. And I'm here to tell you guys that we all have the capacity and the capability to do that. And that's what I'm doing in my program with these men that I am super humbled to be working with. They've given me the opportunity to show them what has worked for me, what has allowed me to embrace and encompass my inner alpha. And the energy, as you guys can tell in this podcast, I'm fucking fired up right now because I have done things over the last 5, 6, 7 years to embrace that mentality, right? Like, I've been taking cold showers every day religiously for the last 4 years. And I can say that honestly and know that it's affected me in such a positive way that I want to show other people, listen, if you do this one thing, such as taking cold showers, you're going to see a massive difference in not only like physiological things like testosterone production, but you're also going to see an increase in the discipline in your fucking mindset. Because when you can get up in the morning and face a fucking 2-minute cold shower straight to the face, straight to the chest, and embrace it and breathe and not be afraid of it, that does something to your mentality. That does something to your mindset, guys. And I'm here to tell you that it fucking works. That it fucking works. And, there's studies out there, but I'm no scientist. I'm not a doctor. So obviously take what I say with a grain of salt, right? I have a certification. I'm a personal trainer, but anyone can be a personal trainer. What I'm preaching to you is based off of straight practical fucking experience. This is shit that I've practiced and that I've lived by and that I've seen makes a notable difference in my everyday life and makes a notable difference in the men that hire me as their fucking online fitness coach in their lives. And they fucking tell me every day how much they love the habits that I have them do, how much they love the animal-based meals that they're eating, the recipes, and that it's still tasty and that they enjoy it. And these things are helping them to embrace their inner alpha. These things are helping them to showcase their true potential, to showcase optimal human function. And damn it, I'm fired up about this because I have so much passion to help men become their best selves. Because in my opinion, guys, and I know, some of you out there might disagree with me. And before I say this, I want to state that men and women both have an equal part in our society. Equal part. So what I'm about to say has nothing to do with who is more important than the other. No, that's not what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is that men, this is about men right now. There are not many groups that target men's mental health, that target men's emotional intelligence. And I'm here to tell you that's a fucking problem. That is a huge fucking problem. You want to know why school shootings, mass shootings are through the roof? You want to know why an absence of fathers in our young children's lives are so significant right now? You want to know why men are beating on women? It's because men are discouraged to express their emotional side. It's not okay for us men to cry. Why? Why is it not okay for men to cry? I had a hard time with this growing up. Now, I've always been emotional, but I've had a hard time with this. And luckily for me, I have women around me that are much stronger than me. But they have shown me, I'm having a poor connection on Insta, but they have shown me that I have the strength. I have what it takes to be a true alpha. And being a true alpha is showing up consistently for your wife or your husband, for your kids, for your family, and providing relentlessly providing for them. And when you're out in public and you see an older gentleman or woman walking up to a door and it looks as though it might be a challenge for them to open and hold that door, you go out of your way and you open that door for them. That is a true alpha. An alpha is a man, an alpha male that recognizes a problem in society or recognizes a calling for their name, and they're there without hesitation. They're there and they want to be there because they know as an alpha, that is their daily obligation. That is their birthright. That is our birthright as alpha males, to show up every single fucking day. And that's why I'm going to be here on this live every single fucking day for you guys, because I want to provide. I'm a provider. I want to give. I'm a fucking giver. I want you guys to get as much as you can from this podcast, from this live, from my content. And if you're my client, that's some next level. And you can ask anyone that I work with. If my client needs me and it's 10 o'clock at night and I know I'm not supposed to be on my phone, I'll get right back. I'll get back to them if I see that message. Now, if I don't see it, obviously first thing in the morning, but I'm there and I am called to be there because I partake in alpha male practices. I partake in alpha male habits consistently, religiously, every single day. And I kind of want to break those things down for you guys. I want to give you guys 3 habits, not 1, but 3 right now that you can implement immediately. If you guys are catching what I'm putting down, I said immediately. I didn't say after this live is over. I said right now. So immediately implement these things, meaning take out your journal, grab a pen or a pencil, start writing them down, and implement. When this live is over, implement. The only way that you're going to see change in your life and you're going to get out of that rat race of constantly living the same day over and over. And I've been there, guys. I've been there. I need you to understand that this is not coming from nothing. I lived that life. I was that fucking person. And guess what? It fucking hurt. It cut me deep. It cut me deep, guys. And I'm here to tell you, we don't deserve that as humans. This right here, this life that we were gifted is truly incredible. And I need you guys to understand that if you're on this live or you're watching this podcast or you're on YouTube, wherever you're listening and watching from, I need you to understand that it is a fucking privilege and an honor to be alive. And I got goosebumps right now, guys. To be alive. It is an honor to be alive. What's going on, Nancy? It's a privilege. this life, this journey, whether you're a Christian or you believe in another religion or whatever it is, or you just believe in nothing in the universe or whatever, you're not just here for no reason. Like, there's a reason why you're here. There's a reason to all of this. It didn't just randomly happen. The odds of actually being born is, I want to say, something like 1 in 4 trillion. The odds are completely against you. So from the time that you guys are born, you're right off the bat, you're a fucking winner. Like, you did it. You're here. And now it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with this opportunity. It's up to you to decide if you're going to take this life and do something with it. I need you guys to get that through your head. I need you. If this is hitting for you guys, I need to see some fire emojis in the comments. I need to see that you guys are feeling this, that you're feeling my energy, that you're receiving this message. I'm fired up, man. I'm feeling called to tell you guys this. And sometimes for me, it's a reminder on the days that I'm down and that I'm emotional, right? And that I cry, because I cry. As an alpha male, I fucking cry. You can ask my girlfriend. I think she's in here right now. She knows. She'll joke around and be like, oh, my boyfriend, he's an emotional wreck. But I'm being serious, guys. Like, all jokes aside, like, straight up, you've got to learn that this life is a gift, and that once you're here, those emotions that you experience and that you feel are there for a reason, and you've got to express them, whether that's through crying, whether that's through laughing, or through loving or hugging, or giving your significant other a kiss every time that you see them, and making sure that you say bye when they go to work or when they go and drop the kids off at school, whatever it is. Show those emotions, guys. Men, I'm speaking to men specifically right now. Any men watching this, to be an alpha in your own life, to embrace an alpha mentality, you have got to express your emotions. And the 3 habits, for those of you guys wondering, that three of many habits that I have my clients partake in every day. And obviously, as they phase up through my program, because we have, I got a full 12-phase program. I phase things out. It gets exponentially more challenging. And, you start off with a 30-second cold shower, and then all the way by phase 8, month 8, you're doing 2 cold plunges a week. Like, it's exponential, and it gets more challenging and more difficult over time. But one, obviously, I talk about this all the time, is a form of cold exposure. So cold showers, cold plunges. If you guys live in a cold environment, going outside, I know a lot of moms out there, if I have any moms watching this, are going to completely what's going on, Steven? I just saw one of my freaking boys. Steven is in the freaking live. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Keep putting in the work. But as I was saying, if I have any moms in here, you're going to disagree with what I'm about to say, and that's, if you live in a cold environment, right, and it's wintertime and it's snowing outside, go outside. Jump outside in just your boxers. Run around in the snow for 2 minutes. Get that cold exposure. Get it on your skin. Get it on your face, right? Jump into some freezing water for 3 minutes. I'm not saying to get hypothermia, but expose yourself to cold. Embrace the suck, right? As David Goggins would say, embrace that suck. You're going to reap so many health benefits from this. So many. And if anything, guys, you're building a resiliency in your mind. That's what I like about doing cold exposure first thing in the morning. The last thing that I want to do when I get out of bed, when my feet hit the floor, is jump into a freezing cold shower. Who wants to do that? No one. No one wants. It's not the first, oh yeah, let's jump into a cold shower. You know what I think of when I get up? Oh yeah, let's get in a hot shower, and let's, steam and let's make it feel good, right? Let's get comfortable. Our minds are seeking that comfortable aspect. We always want to be comfortable in life. It's not about being comfortable. It's about embracing the suck. Steven, my man, you know what that's about, dude. You know what's up with that, because you do it. You're living it. And that's why you're feeling fucking amazing, dude. So cold exposure. If you can get 2 minutes, 3 minutes of cold exposure every day, you're going to see a massive influx in the drive to embrace your inner alpha. I'm telling you that from experience. Number 2, get outside. Get outside. Go for a walk. Get some sun, right? Get some fresh air. Get out of these 4 walls, guys. You know how many mental illnesses could be helped or even possibly prevented if we just got outside more? Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but from personal experience and from people I've worked with as well who encompass, I don't want to call it mental problems because we all have mental things going on. I won't call it an issue or a problem. Things. We have these thoughts, right? We're anxious. We're depressed. We're lacking, self-confidence, self-awareness. We're not optimizing our mental health, right? Because of maybe the foods that we eat, a lack of sun exposure. We're not building a tribe. We don't have a good supportive community around us. We never had the support from family growing up. Whatever it was, we're lacking something. So now we create these mental things that start to come up, as we get older. I've experienced all those: depression, anxiety, lack of self-confidence, body dysmorphia with the gym. I've lived through it all, and I still struggle with anxiety. I'll be honest with you guys. I still struggle with being anxious sometimes in public, with being anxious even before these lives. My heart will increase a little bit. And I'm just being completely transparent with you guys. Like I have nothing to hide here on live. None of this is staged. There's no book in front of me. This is not scripted. This is just me being completely raw and real with you guys about who I am. Who the fuck am I? Who is this guy? And that's the questions you need to ask yourself consistently every day on your walk outside with habit number 2, getting sun exposure. 20 to 30 minutes is what I recommended first. And if you guys are fairly light-skinned, I would suggest getting in the sun in the early morning hours, so anywhere from like 8 to 10 a.m., and then also or from 5 to 7. These are the times where the sun is much weaker in comparison to, where its UV index is at, during the peak of the day from anywhere from like 11 to 4. Build your tolerance up in those early morning and late afternoon hours. Build a good base and no sunscreen. Like I don't suggest wearing sunscreen is not good. I really feel as though in a lot of skin cancer things that go on with people, it's because of the actual shit that people put on their skin and not so much the sun. Well, it's that, and then it's also PUFAs, seed oils and shit like that people are just ingesting at 5 times a day in every meal, destroying their cellular membranes. They're just shit now. And so when the sun hits their skin, it's an immediate reaction, and the sun just penetrates through and wreaks havoc. And that's not what the sun's meant to do. So number 1, cold exposure. Number 2, getting outside, getting sun on the skin, or as Liver King would say, get sun on the eyes, the face, the skin, whatever he says, right? He's a fucking badass. Number 3, so we got cold exposure, sun. And number 3, guys, and y'all have heard me say this many times before, to bring out your inner alpha, eating an animal-based diet. Eating an animal-based diet, plain and simple. And cutting out those seed oils, cutting out PUFAs, huge. If Steven's in here, ask Steven. He knows. He's cut this shit out, and he feels amazing. All of my clients, I have them cut PUFAs out. Like, even if they don't want to go animal-based, even if they still want to, and for the most part, all of my guys are animal-based, but even if they want to eat some vegetables or potatoes or whatever, it's a very diverse diet. It's really, I tell them at least cut out the seed oils, guys. Cut out the PUFAs. These things are fucking killing us. They're killing us, and they're killing your ability to be an alpha male. It's toxifying your body. It's making your mind foggy. You're not aware. You're not aware of these thoughts that go on, these toxic negative thoughts that go on when you're eating shitty foods, when you're eating foods that are full of negative energy, when you're eating foods that isn't really food. Seed oils are not natural. They're not naturally occurring in nature. It's literally an oil that has been pressed mechanically pressed through humans, through machinery, and they extract an oil out of a seed that's going against nature. Like, it's unnatural, and our bodies don't cope well with it. We store this linoleic acid, because that's what it is, in our organs, in our tissues, in our blood, all throughout our body, in our brain. And what it does is it causes a lot of inflammation. It causes a lot of mental fatigue. And you're wondering why your anxiety has gotten worse. You're wondering why you're so depressed all the time. You're wondering why you hate the way that you look and feel. Well, guys, I just gave you 3 things to immediately change. Those 3 things, changing up your diet, getting out in the sun for 20 to 30 minutes every day, and getting some form of cold exposure for 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes every day. If you start doing those things, your life is going to improve drastically. I guarantee within 7 days of you doing those, you're going to feel just so much better. And after 30 days and after 60 days of doing those things, and then we didn't even talk about getting consistent in the gym or getting consistent with exercise, or even talking about journaling or affirmations or the power of meditation, the power of thought. They're just 3 simple hacks and habits I want you guys to implement after today's podcast. And if you guys got something from today's discussion with those 3 habits, with me going in with the fucking energy today, baby, I want you to drop some fire below. I want you to let me know that you got some. I'm not wasting my breath. I want to know that you guys watching in here, because I see you guys in here right now. Drop some fucking fire below. Let's hear it, guys. Come on now. Happy freaking Thursday. Happy freaking Thursday. Like I said, sometimes with me, I don't curse all the time in my lives. I don't curse all the time in my podcasts. A lot of them are clean. But today I was feeling very called to bring the fire, to bring the energy to you guys. And for me, Tony, my man, yes, sir. Love to see it, brother. Love to see them fire emojis, baby. Let's freaking go. But for me, guys, when I curse, it just feels natural. It feels like I can express the message I'm trying to get across. And if y'all follow David Goggins, I don't know if you do, you should. He says the same thing. He curses in all of his videos. And I'm not here to make friends. At the end of the day, I'm here to change lives. And sometimes you got to hear the hard truth. Sometimes a few curse words need to be thrown in there. And at the end of the day, I'm here to watch you guys grow and transform your fucking body, and most importantly, your mind. Most importantly, your mindset. Shifting out of a scarcity mindset and getting into an abundant freaking mindset. That's what this shit's about. That right here is what this shit is all about. Abundance. Captivate abundance. And stay consistent with these 3 habits that I spoke about today. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, if you enjoyed these lives, if you're watching on replay, I want you guys to hashtag replay in the comments, whether on Instagram, whether on Facebook. Hashtag replay. Let me know your guys' number 1 biggest takeaway. I want to hear from y'all. I really do. I want to hear that I'm not wasting my breath, that I'm actually delivering some sort of value, some sort of accountability and motivation. I want that for you guys. I want you guys to take action right now. I want you to take out your journal, write down those 3 habits: cold exposure, getting outside, sun exposure, and then eating an animal-based diet. Those 3 things, that's your homework. Implement that shit right now. Write it down. And when you're done, what are you going to do? Go throw out all the seed oils in your pantry. Go to the grocery store. Buy some ground beef, right? Buy some fruit. Most importantly, like I said, quit the seed oils. Schedule 20 minutes tomorrow to get out in the sun and go for a walk. Schedule tonight or tomorrow morning to take a 1 to 2 minute cold shower. Implement. Success likes speed. Success likes speed. Write that shit down. Write that in the comments. Success likes speed. If that's hitting for you guys, write it in the comments. Success like speed. Shit's nothing truer than that. Nothing is truer than that. Implementation is everything. Information is just going to be overwhelming. If you consume information and do nothing with it, you are going to get nowhere. You're going to get zero results. But to get results, you've got to take action immediately. Take action right now, immediately, post live, post podcast. So hashtag replay if you guys are listening to replay. If you guys listened on on the podcast, if you were on either the Apple Podcast app, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever y'all are listening from, I want you guys to let us know. Let me know how this was. Let me know if you got some value. Leave us a review on the Apple Podcast app and let us know. Like, that's the only way I'm going to get better at what I do. And that's the only way I'm going to get this message to more people. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to reach the masses. I'm trying to show people that to embrace an alpha mentality, you have got to take action. You've got to embrace your emotions. You've got to be intelligent when it comes to your emotions, especially as a man in today's society. So let me know how I did. Shoot a review down on Apple Podcasts. All you have to do is click on my show, scroll all the way down to the ratings or review section. Click on that. Shoot a quick review down. Let me know how I did, because I really, really want to get better at this. I really want to show you guys that this is only the freaking beginning. This is a movement. Like I said, success like speed. So we're going to be on this shit every single day, 5 days a week, dropping podcasts, dropping lives, 1 p.m. I'll see you guys tomorrow for freaking Friday. And I hope you guys have the best fucking Thursday of your entire life. We'll talk next time. Let's freaking go. Awesome fucking podcast, guys. That was lit. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for joining in on Facebook, Instagram Live. I freaking love you guys so much. I have so much fun with this, especially when I'm feeling called with this amount of energy. It's sometimes I feel like I need to kind of get this shit off my chest. And what's going on, Mom? Looks like my mom just joined the live. She hasn't been in here for a while. But Mom, by the way, if you're just tuning in, I just finished the recording for my podcast. I'll be dropping that later today. If you want to catch the whole live, it's going to be on Instagram, Facebook, on the podcast platform. So that's going to be there for you. But as I was saying, guys, thank you all so freaking much. You guys are really awesome. Having people in here and not just no one makes it worth it for me. I'm not just speaking to myself, that I'm actually putting something out there right on the internet and hoping that it sticks for at least one person. My goal is to positively affect one person every day, right? Because that's 365 people, right, every year that I've affected. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing for me. That's a blessing to be able to do that. And whatever it is that you guys do, whatever industry you're in, have a similar mindset. Walk into work. And by the way, if you're doing something you don't love, get the hell out of it. It's a waste of time. It's a fucking waste of time. Now, I understand if you need to make money to provide for your family and make ends meet, I get that. But if you want to start your own business, or you want to take up a new career and you need to go to schooling for it, or whatever it is, get a certification to be a trainer or a massage therapist, whatever it is that you guys are passionate about. Like I said in my podcast, success likes fucking speed. No one's going to do it for you. Time is fucking ticking. And Mom, this is for you too. Time's ticking, Mama. You got to start implementing. This shit starts right now, guys. Right fucking now. If I can get one person off their ass from this live and say, I'm going to listen to what Chance just said on his live and his podcast, and I'm going to go take a fucking cold shower for 2 minutes, I did my job. That's why I get on here every day. I want to inspire people to live a better fucking life. You guys deserve a better life. We all do, myself included. Myself included. That's what gets me up every morning. That's what motivates me. That's what drives me. That's why you guys see I bring so much energy and passion to my lives and my podcast, because I believe in what I do. I believe in what I say. And y'all have to encompass the same mentality if you want to be successful, if you want to be happy, if you want to hone in on your passion, whatever it is, you've got to have that fucking energy and that mindset and that mentality, because no one's going to save you. Nobody is coming to take your hand and walk you to the heavens of where you want to be. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to be consistent, and it'll come, right? The money will come. That career that you've always dreamed of will always come. And this applies to anyone, any age, right? Any age. We're beyond the podcast. I'm just kind of ranting and rambling here. But like I said, sometimes I feel called to say certain things and get in your face and say, listen, you were meant to hear these words today. Like God had a plan for you. God had a plan for me to get on live with this energy. Like I didn't create this. This is God's work. God is working through me right now. And even if you're not Christian or you're an atheist, that doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I want to see you be successful. All I'm saying is God is working through me. God uses me because I pray every morning when I do my affirmations for him to use me as a vessel to change lives. And I think it's working. I think that it's working because the men that I have in my program right now are absolutely killing it. They're absolutely killing it. And they're loving it. They're not hungry. They're not starving themselves. They're seeing notable differences in their physiques. They're seeing notable differences in their mindset. They're aware of who they're becoming. Whereas when we had that phone call, because every potential client, before I sign them, I get on the phone with them and I feel them out to see if they'd be a good fit in my program, to see if I can help them. And when they're on that phone call, they're a different person. They're unsure, right? They're contacting me for a reason because they want to change. They literally want a different life because they know that they deserve it, right? And that's the whole goal with my posts in these lives is to recruit other men who feel that way, who feel like I'm missing something. There's something not there. Whether you know it or not, you have it. Sometimes it takes a coach or a mentor or a friend or a colleague or a partner to bring it out of you, and that's why it's so important to surround yourself with fucking winners. Surround yourself with winners and give all glory to God. Give all glory to God. And I'm not one to get all religious, right? I'm not, I don't do that, but I give credit where it's due. This isn't a me thing. This is a him thing. He's doing this, not me. Not me. There's a reason why I quit my job, with the family company. And it hurt me to do that. It hurt to leave. I have a home back there. I have the setup, everything paid for, great salary, get to work with, family that I love and care about. But it wasn't my calling. It just, God was pulling me in this direction. And for 3 years, I resisted. And it got to a point to where I finally said, you know what, God? You can take the wheel. Take the wheel. Take the wheel. And I let him. And I'm here. And I'm on live every day. And sometimes I get a little emotional. I have a little lump in my throat right now thinking about the transition, thinking about the lives that I'm changing. And it's surreal. It's surreal. And I usually don't do this on live, guys, but this is me. This is who I am. It's all out there for you guys. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. When you feel something, I want you to learn to express it. I want you to learn to express your emotions. It's so important. It is so, so important. It's not, this isn't weakness. This is not, and if you think this is weakness, look at yourself in the mirror. You need to reevaluate what true strength is. Because I really haven't shared my story on here the way that I should. I've been through a lot, guys. A lot of anxiety, depression, and it's hard. It's really freaking hard. And that's why I get emotional, because I just feel so privileged to have the opportunity and to be called by him to serve other people and to live that out, you know. And sometimes in life, we're going to get caught doing something that we don't feel called to do. But you have to listen to your heart and to your gut and to God. Like, you know, if you, and he's got your back. It doesn't matter what you consider yourself, if you're Christian or not. He's got your back. He's got your back. I'm telling you guys. So I wanted to get on here. I wasn't expecting to do this, but sometimes you need to be raw and real in order to grow. And that's something I've realized as a coach, something I've realized, you know, as a son, as a boyfriend, all these different, as a brother, right? All the shit my sister has had to go through with coming out and being bullied and me having to defend her and stick up for her, right? But it makes you stronger. These emotions, letting them out, makes you stronger. It makes you a lot stronger. And it allows you to understand that when you can express your emotions, you have a new sense of clarity. You have a new sense of what it is you're supposed to be doing. About being real, raw, and honest and transparent with who you are. That's all I got for you guys today. Got my little crying in, but you know what? Sometimes you got to roll with how you feel. I was not planning for that to happen today, guys. Just, you know, in moments like this, I realize how real this journey is, and that, you know, being here on live with people watching me express my true emotions to them, and like you guys are actually listening to me means more than you guys know. And I want to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for watching today. Like, this was a powerful fucking live. Powerful live. Emotional, powerful, intriguing. And if you guys are just tuning in, y'all need to watch the replay. Y'all need to watch the replay on this live. And I'm going to start doing more lives like this, talking about my story, talking about what I've had to go through with my anxiety and depression. And I hate to even admit this, guys, but thoughts of suicide. I've been there. For 7 years, I've been dealing with shit with my body. And if you were to tell me 7 years ago what was about to come, I wouldn't have been ready for it. But I'm still here, and I'm still fighting. And to anyone that's fighting depression or anxiety or mental health, you're not alone. You are not alone. I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep this shit going. This is only the beginning. This is real. This is real shit. And I preach my personal experiences. I don't preach from nothing. I preach from what I've been through, from my story. And I want to share that with you guys. And I want you guys to relate to what I'm saying. I want you to connect. And I want you to understand that my posts, although it might seem as though I maybe have it all together, not the case. Not the case. I do my best to put on a smile a lot of the time. And without those habits that I spoke about, and without a supportive family and an inner circle, I'm not quite sure I'd still be here. I've been blessed. I've been very blessed. And without him, of course, he's number one. I've been very blessed. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this live. We already ended the podcast. Went a little longer than I expected. We've been on here for a minute. But I love you all. Please, 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 please let me know how you guys enjoyed this live. Like I said, I didn't plan on getting emotional at the end there, but like I said, I'm a real dude. I have real emotions. I embrace my emotions. And that, guys, in my opinion, is a true alpha male. That is a true alpha male. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 1 p.m. Let's fucking go.